Good deal. All right, let's stop there. All right, from here, now it's stretch time. All right, so arms out, swinging forward, arms forward. We want to make sure we stretch really good because we've been at home, not really doing much, probably sitting on the couch playing video games, watching Netflix. We're going to move ourselves around and get a good exercise. Now go backwards. And a hug's going across the body. Up and down. All right, so from here, now moving on. Now hands on your hips, now moving your hips side to side. You're gonna do a little bit of a balance drill today and some kicking. So we wanna make sure we stretch out the hips some. Now circles. Now go the other direction. Nice big circles, getting full range. All right, now from here, putting our feet apart, arms out. We're just gonna reach down and touch opposite toes. Come all the way up and then back down. All the way up, back down. All right, now from here, feet apart, putting our hands on the small of our back, or you just kind of clap your hands together behind you, that's fine. Leaning forward and just kind of let it hang there. You know, keeping yourself moving. We don't want to stay there too stagnant or still because that's not going to do good things for us. So we just kind of want to keep ourselves moving. Bounce up and down, just keep yourself moving. You can go side to side. That's fine too. All right, now from here, we're gonna put our hands on the floor, go into our Spider-Man stretch. So I'm bending one knee, I'm gonna scoot back just a little. I'm gonna tilt the screen down so you guys can see me. All right, so coming down, going one way, and then the other. Now, if you can't go all the way down, that's perfectly fine. But you wanna keep yourself moving. Bonus if you can do it without your hands, working on strengthening out the legs as well. All right, go ahead and have a seat. Put your feet super wide. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take our hands, we're gonna put our hands together. We're gonna go to one toe, reaching over across, up to the other side, and then in front of our body. So making a circle. And going all the way up and around. Keeping our hands together and make sure we're leaning over as we go. That way we get a stretch on the other side as well. All right. All right, pull your feet in. Butterfly stretch. Kind of bouncing just a little bit. We don't want anything to be too still because we're just warming up the muscles at the beginning of the class. All right, out from here. Last one, we want to think about, instead of putting our nose down to our toes, we're going to take our chest and bring it down. So you want your nice straight back, and you want to lean forward with your straight back to touch your chest to your toes instead of your nose. That way we don't arch and use the wrong muscles. They're coming down this way instead of doing this way. So straight back, coming down. You're gonna hold for a few seconds, and you can come back up and repeat about 2 or 3 times. You can go all the way down, awesome. If not, go as far as you can. Good. Oh, sorry guys, I'm sweating. All right, now from here, moving on. Go ahead and stand back up, guys. Now, at this point, if you have a pillow, that pillow that we told you to grab at the beginning of class, or a magazine, or a small book. You want to make sure you grab that at this point. And make sure it's something small that you can balance well on your foot. It's because we're actually going to work on balancing things on our legs. So if it's too big, grab something smaller. And if you don't have anything to balance on your foot, you can just do this in the air and just use your leg as weight. That works fine too. So if you have a partner around or a chair or a wall, you can use that for support. I'm going to use my trusty, dusty helper, Mr. Estes, if you wouldn't mind coming on the floor with me. All right, so from here, if you guys have a wall, you can put your hands on the wall. We're going to pretend he's a wall. You can go here. Or if you have a chair or a partner, that works fine. So what we're going to do is you're going to hold on to that wall. You're going to take the pillow or the book or whatever it is. You're going to put it on your foot, and you're going to hold it out there for 10 seconds in a side kick position. Each leg about maybe 2 or 3 times. So again, holding onto the wall, extending the foot out, putting it on with a strong foot, no dead fish feet. And hold 10 seconds, okay? Give it a try just a little bit. All right. Actually, you know what, let's do it this way. Now, if you have a partner, this is how you can do it with them. So if your partner sticks their foot out, you're gonna put this on, and then the other hand is gonna grab for balance. Whoops, maybe. And then we're just gonna hold that on, you let go, count to 10, 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 10, take it off, and then repeat on the other side. Yeah, give it a try, guys, to see how we're working. Now, again, if you have a magazine, a small book, that works too. You can kind of stick that one out and hold that as well. That works fine. Give it a try. How are we looking over here? Let me see. I like what I'm seeing over there, Mr. Pate. Looks good. Sydney, nice job. Mr. Wenzel, I see you over there. Nice job, Janae. Bet we can go higher. Now, if you can, try to get it at least hip level. We don't want to be down here. Hip level, at least.
Janae, I see you resting your foot on something. Lift it up. Come on. No easy way out.
Yeah, go ahead and try your other side if you haven't already. Try the other side, other foot. Hold up there 10 seconds.
Nice, Robin. Good job. Keep it up. How high can you get it, girl?
Now, another thing to help as well is I'm noticing a lot of people are still trying to stay standing up, right? You got to tilt your body.
Lean just a little.
Lean a little bit.
It helps. Well, not too much. You're going to fall over. We're just lean just enough to get your weight over that other leg so you can hold it properly. All right, good deal. Now, something else that you can add to this. Now, instead of just balancing, now working on moving that for more of a strengthening exercise. So holding on to that wall, chair, whatever it is, extending the foot out, holding it out, and then bouncing the foot up and down, balancing and make sure it doesn't fall. About 10 times or so. And then after 10, pull it in, take it off. Give that a try. Now if it falls off, it's all right. Pick it back up and go again. So again, showing you guys one more time, holding onto that wall. Extend the foot out, hold it, bounce. Up and down just a few inches. About 10 times. Oh, almost dropped it. Again, this only works if you have a strong foot. No dead fish feet. Strong foot, and it helps hold that, whatever it is, on top. All right, good deal. All right, so I'm here. Now take whatever you were using. Let's put that off to the side. And now moving on. If you have a partner and you have a focus target with you, that's fine. If you're sitting there by yourself in your living room, that's fine too. You can just work on the techniques in the air. But we're going to work on some sparring combos to help out our sparring a little bit, and then we'll get into forms later. Okay? So first combo I'm gonna scoot this stuff to the side so we don't hit it. All right. First combo we have is from our sparring stance. Nice and strong, doesn't matter which side. We're gonna take the front hand and we're gonna throw a back fist. Back hand, reverse punch. Back foot, front kick. And then stepping right back down and repeating. So every time I count, back fist, reverse punch, front kick. And then we're gonna switch sides and do it again. All right, on my count, you guys ready? 1, back fist punch, front kick. Fist punch, front kick.
Yes, Janae.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Repeat it one more time, sure.
You guys
Front hand is gonna back fist. Back hand, reverse punch, and then the back foot comes with the front kick, landing it down back behind so we can do it again. Okay, let's try it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 2. Keep those arms up nice and strong. Protect the pretty faces. 4. 5. 6. 7. Now we want strong punches, strong kicks. 8. 9. And last one, best one, 10. Good, hop switch feet. All right, now we're gonna use the other side. So again, front hand, back fist, back hand, punch, back leg, front kick. On my count. 1, 2, 3. Keep the hands up for guard. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, best one, 10. All right. Now, moving on. All right, so from here, if you have a partner around you and you have that pillow, we can use that. If you're in the middle school age classes, if you have your parent around you, grab them. I'm gonna see if we can work on some sparring style blocking. So you guys don't have to have noodles, but if you have pool noodles, I mean, that's fine. If you have pillows, that's fine. Or you can just use your arms. That works as well. Whatever you have is good. Okay? Janae, what's your question?
What if you
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
partner down?
I'm sorry.
Partner.
You're breaking up a little bit. If you don't have anything around you, you can just do it in the air. Is that your question? Okay, good. All right, so from here, thinking about sparring style blocking. In our sparring stance, most of the time, when you block, when something's coming to one side, you're gonna use that hand on that same side to block it. So if I go this way, use this hand. If I go this way, uses this hand. Okay, so just practice that back and forth. If you have somebody to whack you, perfectly fine. If not, just practice on your own, making sure the hands come back to your face to guard the pretty. All right, so we're going here. Up, down, other side, up, down. It's working on that good technique. Doesn't have to be fast. You want to just keep moving. Okay. All right, see how we're doing here. So up, down, up, down. I'm gonna tilt this up just a little. I like what I'm seeing. Good technique. Make sure you keep the hands back up, nice and good guards. Up, down, up, down. Protect the pretty. All right, guys, now from here, moving on. So we talked about things coming from the outside. Now, what about something that's coming towards the middle? And the rule of thought for that one is whichever hand is closest will get that one. So it doesn't matter. It could be front hand, or back in. Doesn't matter. So we're gonna add the 2 middle blocks. Right. Up, down, middle, middle. And you notice as he's blocking, as Mr. Estes is blocking, he's also moving his body. Get out of the way of the technique. You can even move your whole body by stepping. That works fine. Okay? The middle, move your head, or move your whole body and step around. That works fine as well. So keep that one going. Up, down, middle, middle. Make sure the hands come all the way back to the face. Most important part.
While one hand's doing something, the other hand is at the face, protecting yourself, always in defense mode.
Now, you don't have to do it in this order. You can mix up a little bit. I can go up, down, middle, up, down. Mix it up a little bit. You never know what your partner's going to throw at you, so be prepared for anything. Okay, see how we're doing here.
And if you are doing it in the air, I want you to imagine as well what your partner might be throwing. So if Mr. Jackson is going to throw a punch, I'm obviously not going to do a low block, but I might do a high block, or I might do that outside block. Okay, same thing for a front kick or a round kick or anything like that. I'm obviously not going to do a high block, okay, or an outside block. I'm going to throw that low block. Okay, and for adults, remember also too, you can also lift the leg.
All right, good deal, good deal, good deal. All right, now, one more thing to work on. Like I said, if you have your parent around that can move around with you, that's fine. If not, move it around yourself. So adding movement to this, same idea, keeping the same foot in front if at all possible. And we're moving around, throwing the exact same thing. All right, so moving around, trying to maintain your guard position as you're throwing the blocks, working on good technique. Give it a try. You can mix it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be just up, down, middle, middle. Mix it up a little bit.
Have some fun.
Don't try to go too fast. Moving on. Who is that? Keep it going, guys. Keep those hands up. Ms. Leach, get your hands up. I see you. All right, how much time do you have?
Like 20 minutes.
20. I don't have a watch on. I broke one. I can't see the near side. All right, guys, so from here, moving on. So we worked on movement, we worked on blocking. Now, parents, thank you very much. Or if you're just by yourself, moving on to our next thing. Okay, so now from here, working on our next sparring style combination. So we did our first one, back fist punch, front kick. Now something that's a little bit different. You can do this one in the air, or if you have a partner that can hold a focus target or a pillow, whatever, that's fine too. Whatever works for you guys. So from here, what? Sure. All right, I like hitting things, so I'm going to use the focus target since I'm here at the academy. If not, you can do it in the air. All right, so from here, what we're going to do is we're going to work on your, let's go this way. There. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to work on hook kick, round kick as the beginning of the combination, and then we're going to end with a spin of your choice. You can do spin side, spin hook, spin crescent, whatever is fine. So front leg is going to pick up and chamber like a side kick. Kicking out to the side of the pad, coming across, keeping the knee up. Round kick, set it down, start your turn, and whatever kick you like. I like spin hooks, so that's what I throw. Okay, so every time I count, hook kick, round kick, landing it down with the spin crescent or spin whatever you like. All right, you're gonna do about 5 each side. 1, landing back, good guard position as you end. 2, 3, 4, last one on this side, 5. All right. Now take a second, go to the other side, and now switch feet, other side. 1, hook, round, spin. 2, oh, don't fall over. 3, 4, 5. All right, good deal. All right, once we've done that about 5 times each side, let's go ahead and stop there. And if you have a partner around, mom, dad, whatever, thank you. We're gonna move on from there. Woo! I don't know if you guys are sweating, but I'm sweating. All right, now from here, what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna take our form, and we're gonna do the form in, hold on, Mr. Wenzel, you have a question?
Can I go to the restroom?
Yes, you can. Yes, you don't have to ask, you're at home. What's your question, ma'am? You're breaking up, I can't hear you. Hey,
Janae, if you can type it in the chat, please.
Here, type it in the chat. It's hard to hear you. If you have
Janae, type it in the chat, please.
All right, guys, now from here, moving on. Now we're gonna take our form, and we're gonna do it one time by the count, and then the rest of the time we're gonna kind of practice on your own. Myself and the other instructors are gonna watch it and help you out with any questions that you may have. If you get stuck, ask me, ask Mr. Haynes, Mr. Estes, they're here to help you out, okay? The first one, starting with our Chumbi stance. Feet are together. Right hand, left hand. Good, nice and strong, up, chin level. From here, chambering. Step, cat stance. I'm gonna scoot back a little so I don't run into the computer there. Nice good cat stance here. Bridge hand block up nice and high. Next, we throw our front kick. Put it down, reach out, step forward, palm heel block. Good back stance here. Re-chambering, looking over the shoulder, turn towards the front. Cat stance, bridge hand block, up really tall on those toes. We throw the front kick, put it down, reach out for the chamber, step forward, palm heel block. From there, reaching towards the back, double knife hand strike. Shifting my stance to a front stance by moving my front foot. Reach out and chamber, elbow strike. Twisting over the front shoulder. It's a little bit awkward. That's why I call it awkward twist. Step forward, double knife hand block. Making a front stance, reach out, elbow strike. Now, if you're watching and you're a beginner level, white, yellow, or orange, that is the end of your form. If you're higher than that, we can continue on. Stepping forward, twin punch high. Nice, good front stance. Hands come straight down. Stepping forward again, twin punch low, and yell, "Ayah!" From there, we're gonna turn by taking your front leg, lifting it up, turning all the way around, front stance towards the back, X blow. From there, moving to your left side, back stance, back fist. You're gonna pull it. Shift to a front stance, reverse punch. Now bring our feet back together. Come to the other side, back fist. Gonna scoot towards the middle so you can see. Pull it, shift to a front stance, reverse punch. All right, now if you are green, blue, or solid purple, this is the end of your form. Okay? Now, if you are higher than that, advanced ranks and black belts, I'm actually gonna do the back section facing you guys, but keep in mind, this is the back section of the form, and we're gonna go this way, but so you guys can see my arm movements, I'm gonna do it forward. All right, so from here, we just ended with our punch. Chamber towards the back, feet come together. Step forward in the front stance. twin inner forearm block or double inner forearm block, however you want to call that one. Shifting to a back stance, punch, back foot, number 2 side kick. Keeping that leg up high, rechambering, block, shifting to the back stance, punch, back leg, side kick. From there, rechambering in the back, stepping down, double fist block. Shifting to a front stance, front hand drops, back hand comes up. Slow pressing block, like you're smacking the dirt off your hands. And then from there, reaching back over the front shoulder, awkward twist again. Double fist block, back stance. Make a front stance, front hand drops, back hand comes up. Slow pressing block. All right, so from here, your left hand is going to come up to the side, right hand, regular chamber. I'm gonna bring my feet together and switch arms very slowly. Turning to the side. Now from here, the top arm is gonna come down, open, bottom hand comes open, stepping to a back stance, C block. Bring your feet back together, hands come to the side. Now this hand is open, this one is palm down, stepping to the other side, C block, and yell, "Aya!" And that's the end of the form, okay?
Which hand goes down to start with, and the double whatever it is?
A double inner forearm block.
Like where it's that the pressing block.
So the first one, let's take a look here. Hold on.
What I've been helping with that is whatever hand's in front, tap that leg.
Yes.
That's the one that drops. Okay, so with his left leg in front, his left hand's going to drop, so it's going to tap his leg basically, and then
So
you switch.
So the left hand starts up though?
No, it's whichever hand when you do your double fist block, the one that's up, that one drops. And then the other one comes up. So the back hand will come up, front hand will drop.
Got it. Okay.
Does that make more sense, Mr. Stark?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Janae, if you have a question, type it in the chat because your microphone isn't quite connecting with ours over here. I'm seeing something about a C block. Are we confused on how to do the C block? Yes? All right, so whichever direction you're going, let's say I'm stepping out this way for my C block. The bottom hand is palm up. Thumbs pointed forward. The back hand is gonna do a high block motion, but your hand is open. So palm forward, thumb down. So thumb forward on the bottom hand, thumb down on the top hand. Okay? Then we're gonna bring our feet back together. Hands stay the same position. So this one's gonna come palm up, this one palm down. Then I'm gonna step to the other side, and then it reverses. So bottom one, palm up, top one, thumb side down, both hands are open, making C's. Hence the name C block. There's 2 C's here, and a C with your arms as well. Does that help, ma'am? Good. Now keep it going, guys. I'm gonna do the form by myself on this side. I want you guys to practice on your own at home. If you have questions about it, please ask. Please ask. Okay? So I'm gonna do it regular speed. Follow along if you can. If not, ask questions. Aya! Take a look how we're doing here. We want to make sure as we're throwing that C block, we have a tendency to bring our arms around. We want to make sure they come straight up. All right? Straight up. All right. Oh my goodness. All right, now from here, if you guys want an extra challenge to work on as you're doing your form, this is more of a memorization drill. You can do it by eliminating limbs. If you guys have been to my class before, you know we've done this. So first one is we're going to eliminate arm movement. So focusing on the stances and the kicks of the form. So to make sure you're not tempted, if you have a belt on, if you're wearing your uniform, take your hands in your belt, behind your back, or if not, you can clasp your hands together behind your back. That's perfectly fine as well. So going through the form without using arm motions. So cat stance for the rich hand block, front kick, step, back stance. And then continuing with the rest of the form without your hands, focusing on those small details of the stance. Are my knees bent correctly? Are my feet pointed in the correct directions? Is my foot chambered correctly? Is my foot shaped correctly for the stance, and for the kick rather? If you have questions on how to do this, please ask. I'll do it on my side. You guys follow along if you can. Working on the shifts for each move as well. I'm gonna move a little bit so you guys can see my feet. Yeah, I hope you guys can see me from way over there. All right, now, next thing. I see Mr. Wenzel's already ahead of me. You can also do the form with an extra challenge by eliminating your legs. So doing just arm motions. I'm working on chambers and wrist rotation and things of that nature. So by doing it this way, helps us really think about those smaller details. Now it's a little bit more difficult to use just your arms, but what you can do is you can turn. But you have to keep your feet relatively together as you're doing these techniques, okay? All right, so from here, feet together, follow along, but we're gonna do the form without our legs. Chambering tight. Notice my body is sideways for the first move. We did our kick, and then we move on. And then the other side. Do our kick, and we move on. Elbow, then the other side. Notice my body is turning sideways for my double knife hand blocks. The body has to be sideways for those. Punch up, punch down. Now you can turn around and do the next section this way. Make sure you turn your body for the punch. Other side. Now, I know that's a little bit difficult to do as you're going through without your feet, but that's something that I really enjoy doing, and it really helps focus in on those smaller details of the techniques as you throw them. Okay, let's take a look. A couple minutes. All right, guys, with the rest of the time, you can put everything back together. Do your form with feet, legs, everything. Put it back together. If you have questions, please ask. Please ask. I have a couple minutes left. Let's see if we can get that going. All right. I'm going to do it again on this side. Everything put back together. Follow along if you can. Aya! Aya! All right, guys. I believe it's about all the time we have. Think so? Yes. All right. So keep practicing as much as you can at home. We're going to upload all these things for you so you guys have access to this after we finish this video. Now, I believe Mr. Haynes has a few words to say to you guys, so everyone listen up.
Hey guys, real quick, wanted to kind of keep you updated on what we're going to be doing in the next little bit. We are actively working on a online testing format. So I was talking to someone till about midnight yesterday, and just really kind of getting, it's going to be a website, that type of idea, and kind of get going from there. We will have more classes. I believe the next set of classes will be on Thursday. Now, as we go through this, we're going to fine tune how we do this and how everybody goes about doing these type of things. But I appreciate you guys all coming out and hopefully you had a good time being with us today and having fun. A couple of things you can do. We can set up private lessons virtually, just like this. So, you could, especially as we get ready, for testing in the next couple of weeks, doing a form, we can watch it just like this. Sydney's got a question online. Let me see the chat. Are we still doing the classes? Yes, Sydney, we are still having those classes. Nothing is changing there. But basically, if you want to stay at home, stay at home. We're going to be having these classes twice a week. We are going to break them down, I believe, into smaller classes to where, we're going to have a black belt only class so that those of you that are black belts can work on your black belt stuff and get that down in the near future. We may or may not be looking at nunchucks because a lot of you looks like you have shorter ceilings, and that may be a problem. But in any case, we've got a lot of things working. We're working behind the scenes to make everything work for everybody and not make you have to, wait for rank and things of that nature. I don't want you to have wasted your last 8 weeks, of training. It's really not a waste. You're still getting the training, but we're going to try to work on that and try to make that work and get everything going. I've got to continue working with people tonight and go from there. Okay. Do we need instructors? No, Sydney. Last night, unless something changes, not Sydney. I'm sorry, Janae. Unless something changes, we have 2 or 3 instructors here every night anyway, plus myself. And so it's really not necessary with the amount of kids that we're having showing up for class. I think Little Leaders, they had 4 or 5. The biggest 2 classes were the Warriors class was, I think, 10 to 12.
10, 12,
and
something like that.
And then the defenders and guardians class was about the same amount of students. So it really wasn't, it's not necessary to have anybody else coming in. You guys can stay home. If you want to come in and take class, obviously come in. If you want to come in, but we have to stay under the CDC's requirements of 50 people. So, we're going to be looking at that as, we're counting when people come in to make sure that we are staying under that 50 person. That's including parents and including the staff that are here. Any other questions? You can type it in or unmute yourself. Just make sure you remute yourself. All right, guys. So if there's nothing else, then we will turn this off for the night. Oh wait, I got a couple. Ben, are you raising your hand? Oh,
No.
Janae, we can't hear you, Janae. Your
Yeah, you
internet
gotta type
connection
it
is
in,
not
girl.
working good. While that's going on, Ben, did you have a question, or were you just kind of putting your hand up?
Mr. Stark, did you have a question?
We can't hear you, Mr. Stark. You have to unmute yourself.
No, I do not have a question.
Okay.
I did not know I was.
All right.
All right, you almost ready with that question there, Janae? All right, guys. So while Janae's doing that, have a great rest of the day. We will see you on Thursday if we don't see you before. All right. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you later.
Hi, guys. Oh.
Janae, we'll figure out a day for the ice cream party as we get through this season of craziness going on out there. Okay.
Okay.
Like, are we still having black belt classes?
We are going to have an online black belt class. We are not going to have a black muted me. We may have one. We may look to have one in the future, but as of right now, we are not going to have a black belt only class, but we will have a virtual black belt only class. So I have an online class for black belts, and then we'll record it and all that good stuff. Okay. We can get private lessons online. You can always come in and have a private lesson here in-house. All right, and have an instructor come in. We are getting ready to roll that out here probably in the next day or so, a way to schedule private lessons online. Any other questions?